Hello, my name is Talia. So I'm going to be telling you all a story time today. Yay! Story time! Okay, so I'm going to be telling you about one of my most embarrassing moments of my life. Alright, I'll start off the story by saying I was 10 years old and I was in the 4th grade. Yes, I have a late birthday, so that's why I'm 10 years old in the 4th grade. Okay, unfortunately. So anyway, so I'm like, at 10 years old, I was obsessed with boobs, okay? I was just freaking obsessed. I couldn't get it together. I didn't know. I just was like, I didn't have them. And I just wanted them so freaking bad. And it was like the girls that were in my class at the time, they were more developed than me. So they were, you know, growing boobs and blossoming and developing. And I wasn't. I was just, you know, still looking like I was 8. You know, I just didn't have boobs. And I had an older sister who was 5 years older than me, and she had boobs, and, you know, she had a bra, and she was in middle school, and, you know, she had boobs, and my mom had huge boobs. So I just wanted to fit in. Like, I didn't know my space. I didn't know who I was. I just knew that I was a girl and I was supposed to have boobs, and I didn't have them. So I was just kind of feeling like a little left out, and all I really wanted to do at my school at the time was like fit in with the other girls and be cool. It just seemed like the girls at school that were cool, you know, they had boobs, and it just wasn't happening for me. So I was a late blossomer, okay, just late, you know. But anyway, so because of that, I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh because I just think it's so crazy. Because y'all, I was literally backtracked from the most embarrassing moments. So I was literally doing everything that I possibly could to get boobs. I remember this girl telling me, like, you know something, if you put butter on your boobs, like, your boobs will start growing. So I was like, oh, okay. So listening to this dang old girl, I shouldn't have listened to her because she was around the same age as me. But I went into my mom's house, and I'm like, okay, I'm all up in the refrigerator, like, okay, where the butter at, though? Y'all go get this butter. I put this butter all over my chest. Need I remind you, it's the summertime, okay? So I put butter all over my chest, like, oh yeah, I'm about to get me some boobs, hey. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to wipe it off, like, as soon as I put it on there, because then it's not going to work. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should keep it on longer. So I put on this little spaghetti strap shirt, and I got this butter all over my boobs. And I go outside to go play at the playground. And my chest is like literally on fire, you guys. I'm like outside baking, baby. This little brownie was baking. My chest was so hot, and my skin was irritated. I'm cooking. So I went in the house, and I'm like telling my mom, like, my chest is irritated. I had on like this little spaghetti strap shirt. So my mom's like, what's going on with your chest? Da, 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 da. And my shirt was like a little bit greasy. So I couldn't tell her, like, Mom, I just went in the refrigerator, you know, got your butter and just put it all over my boobs, because this girl outside told me that, you know, my boobs is gonna grow if I do that. So I was so embarrassed. I didn't even tell my mama what was going on. But the point of the story is I was obsessed. Like, I really wanted boobs, like, really, really bad. So, anyway, fast forward to school. Okay, so I decide I'm going to go ahead and take it amongst myself, since I wasn't developing as fast as the other girls, and the boys weren't paying any attention to me, and I was just feeling like out of place, and I didn't feel like I fit in with the other girls, and I was just slow at blossoming, that I would just take my sister's bra, and I would put tissue in it, you know, to make it look like I had some boobs, and maybe I would fit in. So I go in my sister's room, I take one of her bras. I'm like, okay, yes, down pack. I put the bra in my book bag. I'm like, you know something, I'm going to put 2 things of tissue in there, because I can't go out the house with, you know, tissue in my bra, because my brother and sister, they're going to be looking at me like, what is going on with you today? But I just decided, you know something, like, I'm just going to put the tissue in my bag, and I'm going to just wear a jacket in the morning, and then when I get on the bus, you know, I'm had a jacket on, so nobody going to see my boobs, but then when I go to the bathroom at school, I can just go ahead and put the tissue in there. So then, voila, I got boobs now. So I came up with this little plan. So I did it. So I'm at school. I'm putting the tissue all in my boobs. I'm like trying to get it, you know. if you don't know, okay, if you never did it before, you know, when you first put the tissue in there, sometimes the tissue can get a little lopsided. So, you know, my left one was a little higher than my right one, and it wasn't working out. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm trying to make sure they all evened out. So I'm like playing with them and, you know, like, you know, trying to get them together so they can look even. Anyway, I do this and then I go into my classroom. So I'm a little bit embarrassed because, you know, I'm feeling like, okay, yesterday I was flat chested, all of a sudden today I got boobs. But I'm like, okay, I can pull this off. So I'm like, you know, like this or whatever, you know, in school. Because I didn't want my boobs to be moving. I wanted to make sure that they was kind of even. Yeah. Went through the whole class like that. It's lunchtime. So I'm like, okay, cool. Lunchtime, I got this. Now everybody about to see my boobs because we all eat lunch at the same time. I'm in the line and this boy comes. So I had like a little crush on him or whatever. He was like kind of mean to me, but I still had like a little crush on him. I don't know. It was just, and I think he had a crush on me too, but he was just kind of like mean to me. He used to always bother me and get on my nerves, whatever. And like do little stupid stuff. But he would always come and like talk to me, but whatever. So anyway, I'm standing in line. We're about to get our food. And, you know, I got my arms like this or whatever. And I'm just, you know, trying to make sure that my little boobs stay even. Because I seen them at one point and they were a little lopsided. So I tried to adjust it. Not like actually put my hands right there like, oop, boop, let me fix you. But I was just kind of, you know, like moving it up with my hand like a little bit like that. So anyway, this boy comes over there and he's like talking to me and I'm like, yeah, da 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 da, and I'm like super duper happy because remember, I like this boy. I want him to notice me. I want him to talk to me. I want us to be vibing or whatever. But anyway, we're talking and all of a sudden, like, he's like, oh yeah, da 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 da, like, I think you look so pretty and all this stuff, giving me all these compliments. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And I still got my little arms like this or whatever. Yeah. This boy, like, hits my arm. So my arms is like this. He literally goes under, like, and hits my arm, right? And I got on, like, a little, it's like a low-cut shirt, like, probably, like, right here, whatever. This child knocks my tissue out of the bra. My sister had this little low-cut bra. I got the tissue like barely hanging on in here. This child just poop, and my boob fall out in front of everybody. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm so freaking embarrassed because I don't even know, like, do I pick it up and do I put it back in there and like it just didn't happen, or do I just run off? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? So anyway, I'm embarrassed. I'm losing my mind. I just run. I just take off running. So I went into the bathroom. They had the counselor come and she like trying to talk to me. Yeah, I was so freaking embarrassed. I'm thinking like the whole school knows that I don't have boobs at this point, okay? Because if you didn't know this before, you know this now. I don't have boobs. Not only that, I embarrassed myself because I put tissue in my boobs. And then the boy who really likes me just knocked the tissue out of my boobs in front of everybody at the whole school. Like, what the heck is happening here? So I'm like in the bathroom spazzing out. I'm crying my freaking eyes out. I just can't pull myself together. I don't want to go back out there because I don't want everybody staring at me. I'm losing my okay. So the counselor comes to the bathroom and she's like trying to talk to me and she's like, sweetie, like she literally sits on the floor outside of the bathroom to talk to me, you guys. She was so freaking sweet. She was like, you know, you don't have to cry about it. You know, every child is different. Every woman develops at a different time. You know, you don't have to be, you know, worried about that. You're only in elementary school. You know, you still have time to grow and blossom. And, you know, don't look at the other girls. Don't feel intimidated. You know, all of these things, like I shouldn't be embarrassed about it. You know, it happens to everybody. Every woman goes through it. And she tells me a story about her. And, you know, when she was not quite developed, and she tells me about, you know, her embarrassing moment or whatever to try to make me feel better. So eventually she ended up getting me out of the bathroom, and then I just went to the nurse's office and I, you know, stayed in there all day. I was crying in there too, but I just laid down in the little nurse's bed and then I just stayed there all day. And then when I got home, I was supposed to tell my mom what happened at school today because they didn't tell her what happened at school today. But me and my mom, we did end up talking about it, and she just kind of told me, you know, like, it'll happen in time. I'm supposed to be patient, and, you know, don't feel insecure because I don't have boobs just quite yet. And, you know, she also told me to stay away from that little boy because I don't have a reason to be in, you know, dealing with boys just yet, you know. And just be a kid and just enjoy, you know, being at school and having fun and other things. And she did try to make me feel better because she did end up getting me a sports bra later on when I started getting my little knees. But I just feel like I really wanted to tell the story because it was one of my most embarrassing stories, of course. But also for younger girls who haven't quite developed just yet. Like, you don't have to be embarrassed. And I should have, at the time, I was just like, oh, you know, whatever. Like, all I want is boobs. Like, I just want to be like everybody else. That's what it was. I just really wanted to fit in. And at the time, I really just wanted to be like everybody else. I wanted to look like the other girls. I wanted to be more developed. I wanted to be, you know, having those nanas. I wanted to fit in. But my message to you guys, if you're not, you know, growing as fast as the other girls, like, do not stress it. Do not go crazy about it. You know, it will happen in time. Everybody's body is different. And I'm not saying, like, go out and get plastic surgery or anything like that. But, you know, if, you know, your body's not to your liking later on in life, you know, whatever, and you choose to do something like that, like, there's, you know, options. But don't rush it. Like, there's no reason to rush it. Do not rush it. I wish I could go back and tell my 10-year-old self, like, girl, don't put that tissue in your boobs. Like, it's not that serious. In 2 years, those babies are going to start coming in, and you're going to be good. But I can't tell myself that. But now, I got them. And I just wanted to share my most embarrassing moment with you all. And just kind of loosen up and do some stuff on my channel. So, if you do like this video, you know, thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel because I will be doing more videos like this. And it gives you all the opportunity to really get to know me. And I'm giving it to you all with no filter. And I'm not going to edit this video whatsoever because I want you all to get it for what it was and what it is. So, yes. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you can. And you all have a good evening. Peace.